What's up, guys? We have reached episode 6 of our 2026 MLB team preview series. This episode, we are focusing on the Cleveland Guardians. First, you may notice my hat is a little different. I have finally received my shipment from W Energy. I say finally, it's been like 3 days. So they get you the product very quickly. However, in 6 or so episodes now of me promoting W Energy, I finally have some stuff to promote. Okay, so first, W Energy, link is in the description. Go there. Promo code BATBOY, get 10% off. All right, after that, I am going to taste this for the very first time right here on camera during this team preview. This week I have W Energy's Hydro Blend. It's more of a hydration blend rather than just strictly an energy drink. Grapefruit citrus. Grapefruit is one of my favorite flavors for drinks. It also got the shaker. Awesome. It's got the measurements on it. Makes it very easy to measure out the liquid / powder that you are putting in. So let's do the taste test for this grapefruit citrus W Hydro Blend. Ooh, that's smooth. Oh yeah, that's really good. All right, W Energy. Link is in the description. Promo code BATBOY, 10% off. All right, let's get into the episode. Also, these hats are sweet. This is one of the most comfortable hats I've bought online in a long time. Usually when you buy hats online, you can't try them on. They're awful. I usually am very anti buying a hat without being able to put it on my head first. But this hat is awesome. I am waiting for the cream and black to come back in stock so I can get that one. But anyway. All right, let's get into the episode. This episode, we have the Cleveland Guardians, the lowest division winner from a year ago. They finished 88-74, going on quite the run to win the AL Central in 2025. However, outlook for this season is looking bleak. Emmanuel Clase situation is getting a little weird. Talk about that a little bit later. Lost some key players. Not really key players, but lost a couple guys that provided some value. Didn't add much. Teams around them are getting better. I like Detroit. I like the White Sox. So we'll see. This is going to be interesting. They added 2 relief pitchers, Colin Holderman and Sean Armstrong. Armstrong, 1 year, $5.5 million. Holderman, 1 year, $1.5 million. They lost outfielder Lane Thomas, who I had high hopes for him last year, getting a full year in Cleveland after playing really well in Washington and playing well down the stretch in Cleveland in 2024 after they traded for him. But so many injuries derailed that season. I don't think he played more than maybe 30 games. And it was all injury riddled. So awful. And now he's gone, so his Cleveland tenure ends very disappointingly. They lost 2 relief pitchers in Sam Hentges and Jacob Junis. And they lost Tristan McKenzie, starting pitcher. Nothing crazy, nothing flashy. They also lost another relief pitcher, most likely. We'll talk about him in a minute. Spring training. I think this is going to be the Chase DeLauder coming out party. Had some short minor league seasons, but he has a very impressive extra base hit ability and a very impressive ability to get on base for someone of his age. The plate discipline is far above expectation from a 22-year-old kid, and I think he could very easily win the opening day center field job. An interesting tie to him, as he played college baseball with a colleague of mine at James Madison University, which isn't too far from where I live. So that's pretty cool. I've been tracking him for that reason also, and a couple other JMU guys that are in the minors. But I think this is going to be a big season for him. And I think he can control a lot of what's going on in Cleveland. I know that's asking a lot for someone who's never played in Major League Baseball before, but he is really good. So we'll see what happens there. It'll be fun to watch his journey through spring training. Emmanuel Clase situation. This has nothing to do with spring training. I just didn't really know where to put this in the episode, so I'm going to talk about it here. Apparently, his issue of not throwing pitches, I guess. It's weird to say it that way, but intentionally throwing poor pitches and basically throwing games was a lot worse than we originally anticipated. The initial thought was he had basically affected 9 games, when in reality it ended up he is being charged with affecting 48 games, and he hasn't appeared in a lot. It's under 200, I believe. I didn't check. I probably should check that, but I don't know how many games he's appeared in, but that's a large percentage of games that he's played in. Now they're saying he could, really, best case scenario, just get a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball. Worst case scenario is he can get a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball and go to jail. So chances are Emmanuel Clase is not pitching for the Guardians ever again, or anybody else. So that's another reliever that they lost. And really, oddly enough, even though he was trying to lose sometimes, or trying to throw bad pitches, he was one of the best closers in the sport. So imagine if he was not trying to throw bad pitches, how dominant he could have been. Led the MLB in saves in 3 straight years, 22 to 24, and finished third. He was a Cy Young finalist in 24 as a reliever. 0.61 ERA, 6.67 ERA plus. I've never seen a number that high. In all of the research I've done across my life in baseball, I've never seen an ERA plus of a full season of 6.67. He's over 500% better than the average relief pitcher in 2024. But I don't think we're going to see any more of him. So, again, I just didn't know where to put that. Just wanted to bring that up. Thought it was interesting. Spring training, so more prospects I would like to watch. Travis Bazzana, the first overall pick in 2024. And I don't know if it's Angel or Angel, so forgive me for that. Janeo, both infielders. Bazzana, you're going to have to he was the 101 in the draft. You have to give him a chance at some point. No matter what he does in the minor league system, if he's healthy, you got to give him a shot just because of where you drafted him. Janeo wasn't quite like that, but he's been very good in minor league baseball as well. He doesn't have much pop, but he's a double machine with a lot of speed, and he doesn't strike out very much. He had his best season in 2024. He batted .330 with 38 doubles in 110 games, 10 home runs, 25 stolen bases. He's got speed. He's got gap-to-gap power, but not a whole lot of over-the-fence power. We could see him maybe get up to 15 home runs. Cleveland's not a great ballpark for power, but you can see a lot of doubles in that ballpark. He is prone to errors in the infield. He's not a great defender. But Bazzana he's the guy that they have to give a chance to at some point. He's been okay in minor league baseball, hasn't done what we thought he was going to do, but on-base percentage is there. Power hasn't really been there. Defense is fine. So I'm curious to watch their journey throughout spring training as well. And like most teams at this area of the preview section, rotation is a big question mark. They got Gavin Williams, they got Tanner Bybee, and then who knows? Slade Ciccone, Logan Allen, Joey Cantillo, Parker Messick. They got guys. Not very good guys, but they got guys. So keep an eye on that to see how the rotation kind of shapes itself out, because I don't shapes itself out, because I don't really know what they're going to do with it. I think the rotation is going to be a problem. Tanner Bybee did not have a great 2025. He was my player focus for last season's preview. I thought he was essential to their team, and he probably would have been. If he was as good as he had been the year before, he probably would have been pretty important and helped them progress further into the playoffs. But he just didn't have the season that I thought he was going to have after his strong playoff performance in 24. Position battles. Second base, I already got into it a little bit between Bazzana and Janeo. But Angel Martinez didn't do much with his opportunity in 2025. He got a good chance, a good look at it, and just didn't do anything with it. 224, 73 OPS plus. Shouldn't really do much. Gabriel Arias is supposed to be the projected second baseman going into the season. He's much better defensively, not a good offensive bat. Very similar to Martinez offensively. He's just got a good glove. This is really where I want to see Bazzana and Janeo get a chance to do something with it. Personally, I would rather see Janeo get the opportunity first, because I just think he's better and he's more equipped at this moment for the big leagues. I think Bazana obviously has a higher upside. You don't go 101 for no reason, but he just hasn't shown enough yet in the minors. I'd like to see another year out of AAA out of him. Right field also seems to be up for grabs. The loss of Thomas, you got Quanon left. DeLauder should be your opening day center fielder, and because of the upside and the ceiling with him, he should have a good long leash in center field. So I'm assuming he's going to get a full season, probably multiple seasons, to show what he can do before they call it quits and move on if it doesn't play out well. George Valera, Nolan Jones, Jonathan Rodriguez, they got a bunch of guys that could take that spot. None of them are great. Nolan Jones got the lion's share of the at-bats in 2025. That's 400 plate appearances, didn't do anything with it. Hit 211 with 5 home runs and struck out 113 times. Struck out 20, almost 27% of the time. He had a really good rookie campaign in 2023 and really hasn't done anything since. Valera has shown some pop in minor league baseball, but he strikes out a bunch, walks a bunch, so his on base is solid. He did have a 938 OPS in 2025, so the power's there. So give him a shot. I think he's projected currently to be the opening day right fielder, but I don't think it's in stone. I'm sure that job could be taken by somebody. So keep an eye on that also. Player focus, Jose Ramirez, extension man, $175 million Jose Ramirez. There's nothing I need to tell you about how good he is. There's nothing I need to tell you about why this spot is reserved for him. It's just an appreciation type moment. Still one of the best players in the sport. He's almost 34 years old. He's dominant. He was the top ranked third baseman in MLB's top 100, whatever list they do that's just full of crap. OPS plus over 100 for 10 straight years. He doesn't slump, which is all the more, and he's a switch hitter that doesn't slump is all the more impressive. In 7 of those 10 seasons, his OPS plus has been over 130. His 162 game averages are a thing of beauty. 279, 353, 504, OPS plus of 131. 40 doubles, 29 home runs, 96 RBIs, 29 stolen bases, just 81 strikeouts is his average over 160 games. It doesn't get better than that. Defense is okay. If he was a Gold Glove defender, he would be one of the best players to ever play. And offensively, he's dominant offensively. Played in 94% of his team games since 2016, so he's always out there. Durability could be the best ability. Availability could be the best ability. Whatever the saying is, he has it. 8 top 10 MVP finishes, 6 top 5s, 4 top 3s. Never won one. Probably should have. I don't think he's ever been snubbed of an MVP, but it just feels wrong to not have one. In 2024, which is probably still frustrating to him, he was 1 home run shy of a 40-40 season. And infamously, the team did not play the final game of the regular season because of a rainout. And because the standings were finalized and no changes could be done, the game was not made up. And that cost him from having... You get 4 at-bats to hit a home run, really, in most games. Low percentage that actually happens, but just having the chance to complete a 40-40 season would have been really cool. The one knock against him is his postseason career has not been good. 45 games, 190 plate appearances. He's hit 234 with 4 home runs and 19 RBIs. That is bad, frankly. And that's a team that goes to the playoffs almost every year. They are a perennial playoff contender, and they get there most of the time, and he just hasn't done it. That's his big knock. A lot of the guys that get talked about as the greats have the postseason resume to go with it. I think that's part of the reason why he doesn't get respected as much as he should. But, God, he's so good. 2026 outlook. This team is young. This team is going to have some real growing pains. I don't think they're going to really even compete with Detroit or Kansas City. I think they're going to be in there with the White Sox. I think they're going to be a little bit better than the White Sox, but not by much. I think the White Sox actually might be more exciting to watch. Jose Ramirez is really the only bright spot on this team right now. Depending on how some of these prospects play out. If some of these prospects play out, I think they could turn this thing around pretty quickly, but you're asking for a couple guys to hit. You need a high percentage of these guys to hit rather than the usual. Jose Ramirez and Steven Kwan are just going to be left on an island out there, honestly. Unfortunately. That's all I got. I appreciate you all listening. I appreciate you checking out W Energy, who is sponsoring this video. Promo code BATBOY for 10% off. Maybe try the, sorry, wrong one. Maybe try the Grapefruit Citrus Hydro Blend. It is very good. It's very smooth. Really tasty. So, shout out to them. Next, we will have on the Cincinnati Reds, who is another team that I was high on last year that performed well. Nothing wrong with that, but I thought they were going to be, I really thought they were going to be like that team. You're not going to compete. We'll get into it. We'll get into it tomorrow. All right. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, all the fun stuff. See you tomorrow.